I am Supreme, and today's Astro Oracle investigation will be on Jamaka Simms. Jamaka Simms is a 35-year-old mother of four from Newark, New Jersey, who has been missing since January the 29th, 2026. Today is April the 2nd, 2026. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance are highly concerning for her family and law enforcement. So, on the day she disappeared, Jamaka sent her sister a photo of her face, showing she had been severely beaten. Now, there are reports that she may have been treated at the hospital of the University of Pennsylvania, Cedar Avenue, in Philadelphia on March 8th, 2026. However, her family is concerned about potential identity theft and has urged authorities to review security footage to confirm it was actually her. Now, her family believes she may be attempting to travel back to her home in Topeka, Kansas, possibly via major highways like I-70 or I-80. The case is being handled by the Newark Police Department and involved in raising awareness for her case. So we don't know if Jamaka Simms has been unalived or not. So I went over her charts, her date of birth, and the day she went missing. I have both charts right here, and I went over them. And like I told you in my previous cases, I'm going to start going over the charts and going over the timeline of what I saw in the charts. And then I'm going to get straight to the oracle aspect, and I'm going to allow Jamaka Simms, or the soul of Jamaka Simms, because she still may be living. But I have been given authority to tap into the soul and energy of people, places, and things. So I'm going to tap into Jamaka Simms' energy and pull cards. And we're going to see what her energy is saying. So far in her charts, Jamaka Simms, I saw, because she was born January 5th, 1990, and she went missing January 29th, 2026. And according to all of those planetary alignments, her birth chart is a fourth house chart. This is a domestic chart that lets me know Jamaka Simms was a domestic creature, a homebody, more of a family person, a mother, somebody concerned with her children and her family and her home. Where can a mother who concerned with her family, children, and home, what can she get herself into that will cause her to disappear from her home and her children and her family and not contact them? The day she went missing was January the 29th, 2026. I'm assuming that's the day that she sent her sister the photo of her beaten face. So we do know that wherever she is, she's with somebody that's assaulting her. That's all going to come out in the cards as well as the charts. So the day she went missing was January the 29th, 2026. On that day, this is the chart of that day. The sun was in Aquarius and the moon was in Gemini. And this is the chart that was formulated for that day. This is a fifth house chart, the day she disappeared. So, of course, when I went over both of these charts, here's what I saw in the charts. For one, I saw hidden sexual affairs and sex trafficking. I also saw a foreigner who drugged her. Alcohol and intoxication. All of that is involved. I also see a possible co-worker or a ride share, or somebody who is taking her back and forth to work, or her whereabouts, or her daily routine. I'm not even sure if she had her car or not. I don't know if she drives or not. But I see somebody that she's traveling with. This could be a ride share. Or this could be somebody that takes her to and from different places. But this is definitely a foreigner that I see with her. Now, I also see a boss. I see somebody in a position of authority that she's in a relationship with. Someone she may have been living with, or someone that was living with her. I don't know her living situation. But I do see somebody in her home. It's either somebody in her home or she's in somebody else's home. It's the same person though that she's with, whether it's in her home or whether she's in their home. This person is a foreigner. Now, I'm not sure if the foreigner and the person in the position of authority are the same person. They may be two different people. If that's the case, then there are two people in her energy. The person in the position of authority and this foreigner that's taking her around, traveling, who could be a ride share. Now, I also see a house party, a gathering with her and this foreigner at a home. I don't know if it's her home or the foreigner's home or somebody else's home that she didn't know whose home she was in. Definitely see sex trafficking for money. And I definitely see drugs and alcohol. So, let's see what chart. Let's see what chart Jamaka Simms. When I tap into her energy, because I want to be careful not to assume that she's been unalived. So let's tap into the energy of Jamaka Simms. Jamaka Simms, who was born January the 5th, 1990, who disappeared January 29th, 2026. Jamaka Simms. This chart is going to be pulled from the energy of what happened with Jamaka Simms and where is she at today, April 2nd, 2026. I am looking for Jamaka Simms. April 2nd, 2026. Where is Jamaka Simms? You see that card just dropped out? Let's see what it is. Mars in the 7th house of relationships. She's with her partner. The 7th house is the house of relationships. This is the person who's assaulting her. Mars is the assassin. Mars is the assault. Mars is the pursuit. Y'all know this from all my readings. Let's talk about it. Where was Mars at the day it happened? Mars was in Aquarius. And when you put Aquarius in the 7th house, look what comes first. The very chart of the day she went missing. You can't make this up because she went missing January 29th, 2026. And on that day, the sun was in Aquarius and the moon was in Gemini. And when you put a Gemini moon in Aquarius's house, look, when you put Gemini moon in Aquarius's house right here, Gemini in the 11th house, that's Aquarius, Leo comes first. Mars is in Aquarius. When you put Mars in Aquarius in the 7th house, Leo comes first. So this is the answer. Whether she's dead or not, or wherever she's at, the answer is in this chart. Let's explore this chart. Mars in the 7th house. Now, Leo comes first, right? Where did Leo come from? Leo came from the 2nd house of money. This is her birth chart. The sun was in Capricorn the day she was born, and the moon was in Aries. And when you put an Aries moon in Capricorn's house, which is the 10th house, Cancer comes first. This is how we know she is a domestic creature. Home and family. This is the home and family chart, the 4th house. So, the day she disappeared, she pulled Mars in Aquarius. She's being assaulted by her partner in the 7th house. The 7th house is the house of marriage and partnership. But this is like a friend that she's with. Somebody she's also fucking around with. Aquarius. This is a friend that's from her local environment. Because if you look inside of Aquarius's house, which is the 11th house, you will see Gemini, the neighbor, the local environment. Now, this is the local environment is also where she met this person she's in a relationship with. Because if you look in Gemini's house, which is the 3rd house, you'll see Libra. Libra is the partner. Libra rules the 7th house, where this card came out at. Mars, the assassin, the assault, the person who is assaulting her. Right there. Now, where is Jamaka's Mars? If Jamaica. If you look, it is spelled, it looks like Jamaica, but it's Jamaica. If you look in her Mars, you'll see Sagittarius. Look where Sagittarius is at. Sagittarius is in the 5th house. That's Leo's house. And Leo comes first. This is also how I know this is somebody she's having a sexual, romantic relationship with. And this is a foreigner. Sagittarius rules the 9th house of foreign affairs. This could also be somebody from her church if she goes to church. This could also be somebody from her college and university if she went to college or universities. Because the 9th house is not just the house of foreign affairs. It is the house of long distance travels, churches, colleges, and universities as well. This is definitely the house of foreigners. So I know she's with a foreigner. Aries energy governs this foreigner. Mars is the planet that rules Aries. And it came out from Jamaica's energy in the 7th house of relationships. Because this is the person who is assaulting her. Now, let's hold on. Let's look for her body, dead or alive. I'm going to pull 3 cards. We don't know if she's dead or alive. We're going to find out. Let's pull 3 cards from the Lost and Found. That's right. I went back to my original Lost and Found deck. Because there's a lot of information. There's a lot of information in the other Lost and Found. I just went back to my old one because I felt like it. So this old deck, which serves me just as well as the new deck I created, this is my OG too. This is going to tell the story. Where is Jamaka Simms? And 3 cards. Where is Jamaka Simms? I'm going to pull 3 cards that's going to paint a picture to give us an idea on where she's at. Where is Jamaka Simms today? April 2nd, 2026. Where is Jamaka Simms in 3 cards? It may come out in 1 card, but we're going to pull 3 cards just so we can elaborate on the story. It'll give us a broader picture. Where is Jamaka Simms? Where is Jamaka Simms in 3 cards? Where is Jamaka Simms? All right, I'm going to cut the deck. I'm going to shuffle it one more time. And I'm going to cut the deck and pull 3 cards. Let's move this out the way. 1, 2, 3. You can't make this up. In a wooded area, and 2 wooded areas, sanitation and wasteland, I don't believe that Jamaka Simms is still with us. I believe she has been unalived. The fourth house is her birth chart. This could be a wooded area where she's from. She's from Topeka. She is from Topeka, Kansas. And her family believes she may have been on her way back to Topeka, Kansas. I don't believe she made it. This could also be a wooded area in where she was at. Let's go back over it, because I'm lost in her energy right now. So, the Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania on Cedar Avenue in Philadelphia. Now, she went missing in Newark, New Jersey, specifically near 10th Street. She could be in a wooded area in around New Jersey and 10th Street. Now, the ninth house is the house of foreigners. Okay? She's hidden there. Okay? The ninth house is Sagittarius' house. That's also the house of the woods and journeys. There may be some mountains where she's at, and some hills and valleys. Okay? But in the ninth house of the day she disappeared, you see Aries. That's who did it. That's who put her body in the woods. Okay? This is Sagittarius' house. Aries is there, and Mars rules Aries. This is the person who unalived her. Sanitation and wasteland in the 10th house. Now, in the 10th house, we see Taurus. And in the 10th house of the day she was born, you see Aries, the assassin. Now, this is in her father's house. I don't know if her father had anything to do with it, but I do see an authority figure. I don't know if it's her boss. It could be her father. I'm just reading the cards. This could be in the wooded area where her father lives. But you see, the fourth house wooded area came out. And in the fourth house, you see sanitation and waste that came out in the 10th house. I see Aries. That's a synchronicity. The fact that the fourth house wooded area came out with sanitation in the 10th house led us to Aries, which is the same energy that leads us to the other card in the 9th house the day it happened, which is Aries. That's how I connect the dots. I look for the synchronicities. So we know this Aries energy is the individual that took her life. Okay, this individual could be an Aries. Now, Aries also represents a self-inflicted death. I highly doubt that she committed suicide, but I don't outrule that. Okay? Now, if she did commit suicide, she overdosed. I can see that right here. If she committed suicide, I see an overdose, intoxication. Even if she didn't commit suicide, I still see intoxication. Now, in the house of death, in her birth energy, I see Aquarius, which is the same energy that she pulled of the person that unalived her, that assaulted, definitely the person that assaulted her. But if she is unalive, which I believe she is, this is the person who did it. I'm going to pull from my evidence deck. Evidence that can lead us to the killer and the body. Evidence leading us to Jamaka Simms. and the suspect that she's with. The person who may be responsible for unaliving her. I believe she's unalived. I believe that. She has been unalived. So, give me evidence of where Jamaka Simms is and how we can locate her body and her killer. Evidence. I'm so sorry for her family. Evidence. Where is Jamaka Simms' body? And where is the person responsible for where Jamaka Simms' body is? Where is Jamaka Simms' body? And where is the person responsible? Who is the person responsible? Where is the person responsible for where Jamaka Simms' body is? 3 cards. I'm going to pull 3 cards. And if I'm led to pull 3 more, I will shuffle again and pull 3 more. But I'm going to pull 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. All right. We have a gray garment. We have the boy or girlfriend, legal spouse, of course. Of course. That's who this is. The spouse. The person who she was with. Now, if her family can identify whoever she may have been in a relationship with, they will have come in contact with the suspect. That's the suspect. That's who she's with. Right there. Let's get to this third card. A black garment. So we have 2 garments here. A black garment and a gray garment. Clothing. This could be any piece of clothing that will give you a clue of the suspect who knows where Jamaka Simms' body is. A black garment and a gray garment. Black and gray. It's definitely her boyfriend, her spouse. Definitely. Definitely. 2 cards from 2 different decks. The same card from 2 different decks. That's the person who was assaulting her as well. So, if you know, and that's the person who's responsible for unaliving her. And I believe that person is a foreigner. Yeah. That is my reading on Jamaka Simms, and I'm sticking to it. Rest in peace to Jamaka Simms.